I want to talk about Internet of Things and edge computing. My friend who is an influencer on Instagram, he had an attack where a lot of people were coming after him and trolls, and it actually got hacked and into many of his platforms, including his Tesla. This was about a year and a half ago. He couldn't start his car.
Mm.
That's a true story. It's very personal. So this is a real thing. And we're seeing an explosion of all sorts of devices, all sorts of places, wearables, nests, all these things in the building. Our kids are having it. So how should the CISO approach this, or even everyday people, me and you, as dads and friends and things?
Oh boy.
Like, give me the three things right now. Sumit, make sure you're doing this right now. Like, should I be writing on a piece of a pad like my password and sharing it with my wife in case like, what am I doing? What should I do?
The funny thing is that the things you should be doing are not any different today than they were, 15 and 20 years ago when I was giving lectures about, security for the CEO 101. Boy, do I have cool stories for you there. But ultimately, look, yes, technology is become, we live with technology now, right? I mean, I grew up at a time when it was rotary phones. I didn't see my first cell phone, which was one of those huge brick ones, until I was in my 20s. And now it's, you have this thing which is more powerful than the computers that were used to send Apollo, what is it, Apollo 13 to the moon, right? I mean, so yes, it's remarkable. It's here, it's everywhere. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that that's the world. You have to understand you're not that important ultimately. Like, nobody's going to target Sumit. Nobody's going to target Barak. I'm not interesting enough, right? Some people get targeted because they're famous and those they have to take extra precautions. But we have this delusion of grandeur that is afflicting society at large, thinking that, if the NSA has filters that see all of my stuff, then somebody at the NSA is looking at my stuff. No, they're not. It's like a huge computing infrastructure, and, they're trying to filter out key terms and things that would highlight really dangerous people. If you're not a really dangerous person, the fact that the NSA can see everything you do doesn't really matter to you at all in any way, shape, or form. But basic, what I call this, basic hygiene when interacting with technology. So, I've been using KeePass from pretty much when it was released. So we're talking a very, very long time. That's my password vault. It's been my password vault. It has the one wonderful advantage that it doesn't require installation. It's a little directory. I can copy it from one computer to the next when I move on from one computer to the next, and it collects all of my sensitive passwords, and no IoT device in the world and what I'm using can grab stuff out of my password vault. I implement the advantage of having a password vault means that I have different passwords for every site that I use, right? Because people still use passwords even though they are a sucky control. But of course, now we have solutions for this built into your Chrome browser, right? I mean, it will generate strong passwords and keep them securely and what have you. I turn multi-factor authentication everywhere. Why? Because that will defeat, most of the things. In fact, it will defeat everything if you're not being targeted, right? The people, this is the thing where this is a great example of, you can have a security company being developed with a huge fear story showing you how you, Sumit, somebody can take over virtually your phone number, right? And then break into your bank account by stealing the SMS, in layman's terms, that is being sent to your phone number, even though you are in physical possession of it, in order to break into your bank account. Sure, that's possible. That's true. But the thing is, you have to be targeted for that to be manifest. Why are you that important? Are you really that important? Bill Gates might be important because he has a lot of money in his bank account. I'm not important. You're not important, right? Somebody has to go to the effort of targeting you. Yeah, your friend's Tesla is a great example of a different part of the story, which is as technology becomes more instrumental and part of everyday life, the failure modes we're going to deal with are different. They're new. They feel new. They're special, right? Because they're new. We're just not used to it anymore, right? It used to be that we all had to learn how to change a tire. Kids today don't learn how to change tires because it's just not a common failure mode. And if it happens, you pick up your goddamn cell phone, which is with you everywhere, and you call AAA and they come and replace your tire. You don't have to learn how to do this. So that's a failure mode that's disappeared off the planet, right? So we have a new failure mode. Somebody can hack my Tesla, but it's just a new failure mode. It's nothing special. It's not anything to get worked up about. It's, Tesla will figure out how to do this because guess what? It's an extremely valuable technology / car company / battery company / whatever Elon Musk decides it is, right? And it is therefore in its best interests to figure this out. And ever so often, your guy who was targeted because he's an Instagram influencer, because people will go after him specifically, is a special case, but it doesn't apply to most of us.